you want to learn how to make a diaper cake? I'll take you through the steps. You need a few things to go and shop for. I use this as the support for the diaper cake. Of course, we use diapers for diaper cake. You can use any kind of diapers and any size, but what I choose to use is the newborn because it's for a newborn, and we like to take it to the hospital when they come. You'll need some elastic bands, some bands that are larger so that they can accommodate the last or bottom layer of the cake. Then you'll need some little utensils to decorate the cake, and something to put on the top of the cake, and ribbon to hide the elastic bands around each of the layers of the cake. There will be 3 layers of the cake. Stage 1 of the diaper cake. Open up the diapers and make sure that they're all handy, because you're going to have your hands full trying to hold the bottom of the diaper cake together until it's all finished. The hardest part is the very initial stage. So what I'll show you is layer 1. You start with each diaper and you roll them up one at a time, but you've got to hold them together. So now I'm getting the second one together, the third one. Now I think it's time for me to actually start with an elastic band. So I'll start with a smaller one so that it holds them together, so that I have my hands to keep rolling up more diapers and sticking it in the elastic band. Try and keep them rolled up. That's the key. And you keep doing this until your bottom layer is large enough for the bottom of this pizza pan. And that will be your first layer of the cake. I will come back and show you that layer in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I decided to show you the progress before I finish the bottom layer, because as you go along, you've got to try and keep them rolled tightly and put them in so that the open end is towards the inside of the diaper cake. I have also used a new elastic band which will allow the diaper cake to expand. And I feel now that I need to have 2 of them on there, because the last thing you want is the one elastic band to burst and then your work is all over the floor. So you just continue rolling the diaper cake and putting them in snugly around the outside edge until it's the right size. See? The elastic really accommodates it well, and I think you're starting to get the gist. There's going to be 3 layers of diapers, and it's going to look great. So I'll continue with this because this can be kind of boring, and I'll come back to you when I've got this layer finished. Right, I'm back. And I did more than just the 1 layer because I thought kind of boring for you to watch me do all of them. So what I've done is calculated how many you're going to need. Out of the 2 packs of 40 diapers, it's split up this way. 45 on the bottom, 25 in the middle layer, and 10 in the top layer. So that'll help you have a formula. I've never had a formula before. I've always just been working it out and usually had leftovers. So this works really well. Next step is to put some of the decorations in the side. All it does is just add a little color. Just makes it interesting. And the reason I'm using mainly green is we don't know what this baby's going to be, so we're using green because I know the mother-to-be likes green. But if you know what the baby's going to be, then I would suggest using blue or pink based on what it is. So what I've just put in there is a spoon. Here's a spoon and a little fork. I've also purchased some of the little utensils for the child's teeth, so we can put them in around the cake in different places. No particular order. Then we have teethers, which I find are kind of useful. So we'll put a teether in. And here's another reason for having 2 elastic bands around the larger pieces of the cake. So that's for those. This will end up going on the top of the cake, just a nice little decoration. And what we're going to do is we're going to hide the elastic, and I do this after inserting the little gifts around the cake so that I can see what size I'm going to need. And you cut it to fit. And this is a multicolored one because I wasn't able to get green from the florist. So we're using a Happy Face multicolored ribbon for this cake. Isn't that looking pretty? Now, one final touch, and as you can see, everything in this cake is usable. We need candles for the cake. So what you use is your ordinary Q-tips, and you put them in around the outside of the cake. You can put them every other diaper would work around the outside of the cake so that we have candles. And this looks really, really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I will finish this and come back and show you how we wrap the cake for it to be a presentation to the new mother. Okay, now we're here to the final stage of the cake. I've put in the candles, which are the Q-tips. The presents are all around the cake and on top. The ribbon is in place. I must say I would prefer it to be one color, like a yellow or a green. Could not get that, so this looks a bit of fun. The final step is to wrap it. And what I usually do is take it to the florist and get them to wrap it with this plastic, which they use around floral arrangements. And they just wrap it around and tie a bow at the top, make it look great. But for these purposes, I will just try to wrap it myself. Of course, I won't have the florist technology of making it wrap really well, but I figure that if we just take it up like this and gather it, and then just take any ribbon that you like. This is one of those pre-made gift curly ribbons, and I will tie it to hold it in place. Bring that through, just like that. Tie it nice and tight, and then I will move these so that I can tape them in. So I put that side up and bring the 2 pieces together and just use a little bit of tape to hold that in place. We're almost there. Here I did the same thing, bring it up the sides, put these 2, fold them in, and give it a little bit of tape. And we're ready for the shower party. You'll be able to give this to Mum, and I think she'll be rather pleased. Don't you? Hope you enjoyed this. I've been asked so many times, what is a diaper cake and how do you make it? So I thought, well, let's put it on tape and see. Hope you find it useful. Thank you.